My I'm keen, I'm cool, you lame. Make 10,000 today.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Jaxi bringing you guys my first tutorial on this YouTube channel. There's definitely going to be way more of these to come in the future, so let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, like whether it's Twixtor beat sync, color correction, impacts. It could be anything. I don't care. Just let me know. Before I go any further with this tutorial, I want to go ahead and address that all the presets below are going to work for Premiere Pro and Premiere Pro only. And you're also going to need some plugins. I'll leave links in the description below to these plugins and how to get them for free. The first one that you're going to need is Magic Bullet Looks. You're also going to need Sapphire plugins, and you're also going to need Twixtor plugins as well. I do believe those are all the plugins that you're going to need. If I left one out, I'll just put it up in text whenever I go back and edit this video. Now, if we come down to the timeline right here, I've actually gone ahead and done like some basic syncing and whatnot. I'm actually going to go ahead and add this. I mean, hey, just because this is a tutorial, it doesn't mean that this doesn't have to look good, right? But if you come down to here, I've already synced up the very first shot, and I've put markers wherever I want the build up to be at, essentially.
My jeans, my shoes, that's weight.
So that's what it looks like right now. Obviously this shot, like where the shot hits, is not in any way, shape, or form synced up, but this first shot is synced up like it should be. Basically all I do is I find where I want the build up to start, like that very first frame, and I put a marker right there on the song wherever I want the build up to start at. And then I come over to where the beat drop is when I want the build up to stop, and I want the impact to start wherever I want the shot to hit, and I add another marker. So like right there, of course. Obviously, like I mentioned before, this is not synced up, but all you're going to do is you're going to grab your clip and you're going to find that frame right before where the shot is, and you're going to sync it up with this first marker, and you're just going to hit Control K to cut it. That's basically all the syncing that you have to do for right now. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to come to this clip right here. You're going to right click on it, and you're going to click Nest. Once you've done that, you want to come over here to this tab over here and click Effects, and then you're going to type in Twixtor. And then you're going to find Twixtor Pro right here, and you're just going to drag and drop it on this nested sequence. Once you've done that, you want to make sure that you come to the very first frame, and this is why I said the frame before the shot. It just makes it look a little bit better. And you're going to come down here where it says Twixtor Pro, and you're just going to come down here and find speed. First thing you're going to do is you're going to keyframe this very first frame at 100, and then you're going to go over about 1, 2, 3, 4 ish. Each clip is always a little bit different, so the time remapping is different for pretty much every clip. So for that one, it just worked out to be 4 frames. Sometimes it may be 5, sometimes it may be 3, but you're just going to keyframe however many frames you go over. You're going to keyframe it at 100. Then after that, you're going to go over about 1, 2, 3, and then you're just going to come over here and you're going to set this keyframe to 10. After you've done that, you should have something that looks like this.
My jeans, my shoes, that's weight.
Now, obviously the shot didn't hit where the marker is. It's not synced up yet, of course. You're just going to take your cursor up here in this effect controls panel, and you're going to slide it over until you see that blue pop up. So obviously this is where the shot hits. And if you look over here, and I don't know if you guys can see it, I'm just going to zoom it in like this so you guys can see it a little bit better. You're going to come over right to where that light blue starts to pop up. It looks like it starts to pop up right about there. There's like this little blue haze. It's really hard to tell. Whatever, we're just gonna say it starts there because you can visibly see it right there. It doesn't have to be too precise, but you know, just kind of get it wherever the blue starts to pop up. Next, you're going to come over, actually first things first, let's go ahead and set this back to fit. Next thing you're going to do is right over here where you found where the blue starts to pop up, you're going to keyframe that, and you're just going to leave that at 10. And then you're going to go over about 1, 2, 3. Set another keyframe and set this keyframe to 500 again. And that looks really good. The name's very blurry right there and the numbers are big. That's a really good point. And then you're going to come over about 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to set this to about 20. And that looks like it's going to look pretty good. Now, once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. Bear in mind that it's not going to be synced up by no means, but
my jeans, my shoes, that's weight. I'm keen, I'm cool, you lame.
And it started lagging there at the end, but if you have something that looks kind of like that, not synced up at all, but your points are very quick, then you're good. Now, all you have to do to get this synced up, it's super simple. You're going to come up here into this effect controls panel over here where you're working on your Twixtor time remapping, and you're going to take this blue bar and you're going to slide it looking down at the timeline below, and right here you can see I'm directly on this marker, which is perfect. You're just going to come back down to here and you're going to highlight all 3 of these points and you're just going to drag it onto this blue line right here. Also, another point to add, come over to it and make sure that this middle marker, or keyframe I should say, is on this line right here. You want the fastest point of all these 3 keyframes to be right over top of this marker right here. So once you've done that, it's like magic. You click play.
My jeans, my shoes, that's way. I'm king.
And it's all synced up. Beautiful, lovely, right? Now, once you have done that, you are done with Twixtor. You are done with all the time remapping. You're done with syncing. The rest is very simple. You're going to come over to your timeline, and you're going to find right when the shot is hitting. So right here, it's probably at its fastest point, and it's not directly over like the middle of the marker, but I mean, it's fine, it's close enough. And you're just going to hit Control K to cut it. And once you've done that, in this clip right here, this is where your buildup is going to be at. This right here is going to be used for your impact. The impact is also in the link in the description below. Now, the next step that you're going to need to do is, if you haven't already done it and you don't know how to do it, this is how you add presets. So you come over here to your effects tab over here, and you're going to right click on presets, click import presets, and you're basically just going to find wherever your presets are. All you're going to do is you're going to click on one, you're going to click on open, and then you're good. And then once you've imported it, you're basically just going to go to wherever that preset is at. And whenever you find it, like here it is right here, hazard crazy snipe buildup, you're just going to left click on it and drag it onto this nested sequence. Pretty sure my app just crashed. Okay, we're back. So as I was saying, drag hazard crazy snipe buildup onto this nested sequence right here, and once you do that, you should have something that looks like this.
My jeans, my shoes, that's way. I'm king.
Now it seems just a little bit empty, like it's missing something. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the audio buildup, which is also in the link in the description below in that Google Drive. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to the very beginning of this buildup. The beginning of it is right there. So you can see the screen darkens and it starts to shake a little bit. So you're going to want to make a cut right here, Control K, and then you're going to want to come to the end over here and find the last frame that this is up. So we're going to go ahead and cut it right here, kind of like right before the beat. And then you're going to want to go back to that Google Drive if you haven't already. Download this preset right here, audio buildup, and then once you have it, just find it in Premiere Pro and then drag that audio buildup right here, and now it should sound something like this. Now you can play around with the sound a little bit if you want. I always like to change the output level, like the dryness, up to about 10 or 100, and then I try to turn the room size all the way up to 100 as well. So then once you've done that, it should sound something like this. So now once you're done with that, you're just going to want to add an impact on this clip right here at the end. And the impact, obviously, it's in the Google Drive. You're going to want to go ahead and download that. And once you do find it, it's called Hazard Impact. And you're just going to want to drag this onto that last clip right there. All together, it should look like this. Now that looks really good. We're very close to being done, but we're just going to add one more thing. You're going to come back over here to effects, and you're going to look up S_glow. This right here just adds a little bit more oomph to the very last impact. You're going to come over here to the effects tab. You're going to scroll down until you find S_glow, and you're going to adjust the brightness to about 1.5. Make sure you keyframe the brightness as well, and then come to about the end of this clip and then keyframe it again, and then keyframe this at 0. And now once you have all that put together, it looks like this. Also, if your clip tends to do this, mine does it a little bit too sometimes, where you kind of got like these black bars at the top. All you gotta do is come to the clip, come up here to scale, and then right at the beginning, change this to about 105, click enter, keyframe it, and then come to the very end, and then keyframe this at 100. So then it should look a little bit cleaner like this. I'm keen, I'm cool, you lame. Also, I almost forgot to add, you're going to want to add some sound effects to this too, or else it sounds very plain. So you're basically just going to want to line up these markers. This one is a beeping sound right here, and I have all of them selected. This one is a beeping sound right here, the top one that I'm moving, and you're just going to want to line up this first marker right here up with the very start of this clip, because that's when you want the beeping to start. Then you're going to want to come to this right here. This is a sniper like bass drop type sound. And then this is a hard bass drop. I actually use this on every single shot in my montages, like pump shots, SMG shot, it doesn't matter. I put this bass sound on everything. So then when you have that, it's gonna sound like this. Now that's a little bit loud, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to come to all of these little clips right here. For example, this one, I typically turn this down to like I think I turn it down to like -8, I believe. Just come to each one and start turning them down. Like this one's very loud, so I'm going to turn this down to about -10. And then this beeping one right here, I'm going to turn this down to about -5. Now the beeping one is actually a little bit too quiet now, so we're just going to turn this up a little bit more. Turn it to about -6. And that sounds pretty good, and I'm satisfied with that. All right, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please be sure to smash a like. Also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube for more future tutorials. And if you guys have any questions, any problems, whatever, I will try my hardest to get back with each and every one of you as quick as I can. Just leave your questions and concerns in the comments down below. Also, if you need any further help, you can DM me on my Twitter. Be sure to go follow me at Jaxie. What you doing? My Twitter's also dead, so follow me. Also, go to my TikTok over here, and if you want to see any previews of any future edits, like, hey, there's my rap star one right there. That is my recent one, Call Me Maybe, and Last Friday Night. Come on now, go watch them, go watch them. Great content here, 34 followers. On a real note, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm out, boys.